on decks, and I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around with you, you should leave now. If you decide to say that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started because you know we dominate these time constraints. I'm just trying to decide what oracle deck I want to start with. I have several up on my desk here. It does not take long. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I really appreciate your time this Friday morning. These messages are for whenever you receive this based off on the timeline that you are on. It says, awkward dancer, impulsive buyer, 2 left feet. Could be like if you only had one arm and you try to go swimming, you will swim in circles, right? If you walk with two left feet, you might not be making a lot of progress. Impulsive buyer, it's like easily to get you turned around, or your most powerful path forward is to have your mind set. If you're easily swayed, tossed to and fro by the waves, then you'll never really arrive at where you're trying to go. Now, there's always this glitter. It's not gold, but these things that will twinkle in your eye while you're on your path that could make you feel like maybe this will make what I'm doing easier, or maybe this will make what I'm doing faster. It never does. It's always like a pit stop. You're on a road trip. You're trying to get to where you're trying to go. Oh, let's stop here right quick. Let's stop here right quick. It was supposed to take you 3 hours. It's been 6.5 hours because everybody has a pit stop. It's this type of energy. Viral video star, right? The most powerful path is to have your mind set, to be focused. Like how sometimes y'all binge watch those Netflix shows. You gotta have your mind focused. Otherwise, you're gonna stop at every pit stop along the path. And by the time you arrive, there won't be any arriving, right? If you were to arrive, you'd be completely depleted of the resources that you needed to enjoy the experiences. But likely you won't arrive because you're stopping at every pit stop along the way. You gotta be careful. You really, really have to be careful of the things that twinkle in your eye and have more control. Now, on a practical level, this could be like overspending, like really needing to manage your money and be aware, like, you know what I mean? Like not just manage your money, but sometimes it's manage what you already have. Right? Like you constantly things are glittering in your eye and you feel like, oh, I need that, oh, I need that, oh, I need that. Now you got 12. You know what I'm saying? If you clean out the back of the closet, or if you go in there and you organize your closet, you'll see, oh, I do have something to wear. But you're constantly buying clothes, but you can't see the clothes because you ain't not organized. It's this type of energy. It could very well be get rich quick schemes. You already doing something, you already got a good job, you're already consistent in school, you're making good grades, you on this path, you're about to be successful, like can't finish nothing, right? You're on this path, you're about to be successful. The next thing you know, you're doing something different. You was doing lashes, you was doing nails, you was gonna be a massage therapist, right? Now come on, man, you gotta pick one. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps to leave a life, if you haven't already, go ahead and join the team, join the family, subscribe. I'll share this with somebody who needs this type of energy. Page of Wands energy is out here, right? The Page of Wands is more focused on arriving where up the going. He trying to go up the river, right? He more focused on arriving up the river than on the fact of whether or not he has shoes. Because there's this understanding that he has in his mind and in his heart that once he gets up that river, he'll have the resources to get everything he needs. But it feels like in the energy that I'm tapped into, you're more focused on like, am I gonna have the right this? Am I gonna have the right that? Am I gonna be dressed correctly? Like, am I gonna have the right car? Am I gonna live in the right neighborhood? Rather than being like, man, am I gonna get invited to the right shows? Right? It's this type of energy. Are you afraid of the dark? On the external plane, it would seem like, okay, logical and practicality. But like spiritually and mentally, you really, like, there's this inner fear. Like there's this inner angst about like your success, likely. What it will look like for you to actually enter into these rooms, enter into these banquet rooms where people are celebrating you for your greatness. And so you always kind of like subtly self-sabotaging. And that's what you need to be more like skeptical of. The sun card energy is out here, right? Like, let this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Glory be to God. Like, keep your mindset on what you're trying to manifest, right? The sun don't care if it's raining. That bitch shine, don't it? You might not see it. You might not see it that day. It was a shining, and it's this type of energy. The strength card energy is out here with the sun card, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. It's like Emperor card, more fire sign energy. It's that discipline. It's willpower. Willpower, right? Your power comes through your will. Because if you not, let me tell you something with this reading about. If you not controlling your mind and the actions that come behind controlling mind, then somebody is. If you not controlling your mind, then somebody is. And if you not controlling your mind and wondering why you can't arrive at the places where you set your goals to, that's why you're going in circles, because somebody else got control of your mind. Two left feet. This is what I'm saying. Give me one more card. The Six of Pentacles energy is out here. some of you give, y'all have these masks. Oh, I'm a generous person. I'm a kind person. You give yourself all of these excuses to not do for yourself what needs to be done. So you'll say, for everybody who not a mother who got to worry about their children, right? So you'll say, and I'm talking about children who can't take care of themselves. You'll say, oh, I need to do this for my mother, or I need to do this for my sister, or I need to do this for my cousin, right? Subtly self-sabotaging because you know it's some shit that you need to do for yourself. You'll say, I don't have what I need. I'll need to do this. I need to do this. You'll give yourself all of these prerequisites. Subtly self-sabotaging, right? The Empress energy is out here with the Emperor card. But when you recognize and realize, baby, when you put it all together, baby, and recognize and realize, baby, let me be consistent. Let me use the power that I have, the willpower that I have, consistently to open the doors to the paths that I'd like to go down. Wide away out of the on some Lion King and shit. Your ass gonna open up the world though, like world. It's, the sound that you used to hear when you were trying to log on to the internet, baby. You opening up the whole world. This is what I see. The Three of Wands energies out here, but you keep with these subtle self, the letter S showing up significantly. 828, angel number, subtle self-sabotaging things. Three of Wands energy is out here, and you a tape, you a time loop. You can't only do one thing over and over and over. You know what I mean? Like, remember the movie where that little boy was listening to that one song over and over and over and over again? It's this type of energy. So, I mean, one opens you up to new paradigms, new powers. Other one keep you on the same track. You get what I'm saying? One more card, the Hierophant energy. And like, even though you have the power to be this great master, right, you wind up stuck in the sewers with fucking 4 crazy ass turtles. Imagine that, right? Like, you're supposed to be having your own school of thought, training people to master themselves, right? Here you are stuck in the sewer with the fucking Raphael and Leonardo ass. The Moon card energy is out here with the Sun. The Empress is out here with the Emperor. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy in tandem, creating, that's how you create worlds. Yoni and Lingam coming in together to create new worlds. And that's what you have the capacity to do with the Hierophant, having it being ordained from divine energy. Right? So don't find yourself stuck in the sewers with Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael when you're supposed to be mastering the school of thought because of these subtle types of self-sabotaging that you do to yourself. Okay? The Tower card energy is at the bottom of the deck. I'm grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I really appreciate your time. Time being a very, very precious resource. Something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I hope I'm saying something that helps. If you haven't already, man, leave me a like. Leave me a like. If you haven't already, man, subscribe. And if you know somebody who might like this type of thing, share this. Share this with them. Let's get some more messages for the collective. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. I said that already. I need something to say while I'm shuffling the cards. I gotta get this. Oh, I got you. I got you. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. If I'm saying something that helps, y'all leave me alone. Thank you for your life. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Angels, archangels, don't put yourself in a rush, man. Who's putting you in a rush? Nobody's putting you in a rush. That's you. You're doing that shit to yourself. Don't do that. Take your time, breathe. When you in a space and time and you can feel the energetic drain. And a lot of times, witchcraft, warcraft, spiritual warfare, whatever the fuck word you want to use, you can feel it happening to you energetically and you will start to rush or you'll get anxious. Maybe you'll get depressed. That's, whatever we like to call it, spiritual warfare. Really, really learning how to control your breath is going to be a powerful tool in recognizing energy depletion, and then being able to restore and replenish yourself, right? Posture is another thing that you can do, and there are other gestures that you can do to kind of bring balance back into your energy, okay? Love messages is the first card out. Bumping heads, okay. That might be like, girl, it might be like same sex. Like y'all might be two girls or something like that, or two boys, or you guys are both like in a masculine energy, or you guys are both in a feminine energy. Firestorm. It feels like you guys are both in like a masculine energy, or you both are in a feminine energy. If you're not two boys or two girls, shit, it goes same thing to me as a spiritualist, right? Romance. Now, if you're into that type of thing, you can make this work. But if that's not what you was going for, right? If you wanted balance in a relationship, right? Then you gotta stop painting yourself these pictures. Like you painting pictures of what a motherfucker, you going off a person potential. And going off a person potential is causing a firestorm. Running card energy is out here with blocked. And it really, I'm sorry. It feel like you're running away from like actual, how sometimes people who are emotionally unavailable will get into relationship with people who are emotionally unavailable, and then say that the reason why the relationship didn't work is because the other person was emotionally unavailable. But it's like haven't done your shadow work around being emotionally unavailable, because a lot of times when you're emotionally unavailable, you choose people who are emotionally unavailable because that works for you, right? Is it energy? Blocked energy is out here with Jezebel. So like the message isn't necessarily about love as much as it is about doing the shadow work that's necessary for us, so you won't paint these pictures. If you're interested, like I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really, really interested in moving to divine life partnership, but there's like spiritual warfare, because we was talking about spiritual warfare before I even started pulling a card, right? So it's like that type of spiritual warfare where you lie to yourself about the reality of what you desire versus what you're entertaining, and you have to acknowledge your true colors because fuck everybody else. And then when you can acknowledge your true colors, you can really attract into your life what you desire. But until you say you like that kind of shit, gender fluid, then it's going to be difficult for you to get into a relationship where you can find balance. It's this type of energy, and feeling like shit and massive regret because you're like, damn, I'm doing everything. I did what I was supposed to do. Why is it raining? It's this type of energy. No, you're trying to not do the hard part. Can we skip to the good part? And your spirit team is like, you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. You know what I mean? It's this type of energy. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message, right? The hangman energy is out here. So there's blockages, like stagnancy in love, in romance, in true life, divine life partnership. Not that you're single by any means. I don't feel like you're not that you're single by any means, like not there's no action, right? It's just that what you like that feeling of fulfillment or that kismic connection isn't there because I think there's some ownership and some accountability. Oh, baby up. I think there's some ownership and some accountability that, it's kind of like you think you like, oh, they're emotionally unavailable. Okay. Well, what made you get into a relationship with somebody who's emotionally unavailable, darling? It's this type of energy. The external world is a reflection of the internal world. So what's going on inside of me that's allowing this? That's what you need to ask yourself. When you say, what's going on inside of me that's allowing this to happen in my external world? Then boop, 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 boop. Wheel of fortune. Right? Then the wheel turns in your favor. You can say, okay, I got it. Move, Jesus. I got it. Now, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, you drive too slow. Move. I got it. I got it. This is type of energy. Get me some more energy out here for the collective. The Ten of Cups. And then, you'll realize that like there's this personal power and personal magnetism that's like undeniable about you. But it also feels like until you do this healing work to recognize how you're kind of like mirroring or someone is mirroring, then it's going to be difficult for you to find fulfillment. But once you do the shadow work around it, Six of Wands energy is out here. You'll be able to recognize your own personal qualities, and you'll know if you're a Janet Jackson girly or a Lauryn Hill girly or a Christina Aguilera girly or whatever it is like that, and you'll be able to kind of listen to your own music. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Because it feels like right now you listening to Limp Bizkit and you don't really like that kind of shit. I'm sorry, not Limp Bizkit, but I ain't mean for it to be punny like that, but it was kind of punny. The higher fate energy is out here with the running. So right now it's like king of the like king of the rats on some shit. I don't know. Fuck. That's what the fuck it is. It's like the king of running away or the king of runner and chaser dynamics. The king of we found love in a hopeless place. Right? It's this type of energy, the king of that type of shit. And really, really ready to move beyond that lifestyle. Really wanting harmony or like more picturesque painted pictures, romance energies out here, painted pictures or like white picket fences. Page of Cups energy is out here, but if you're gonna get these white picket fences, the quote quote fingers, then you gotta stop yourself from even entertaining some of y'all on these damn dating apps and shit like that. Which is cute, it's fun. Like, life is life and we live in it, right? But it's like, is that really gonna help you to find what you want, or is that really gonna help you to get what you need, or is it gonna give you what you want for the moment? Is this type of energy, right? If you're really gonna get what you need, then you're gonna be as strict on yourself as you would be with your lifetime partner. Is this type of energy. Queen of Cups energy is out here. So what you're doing is getting rid of the mask. You're removing the mask and like understanding that you want your Miss Honey. You don't want none of this fast ass shit that's out here in the world. Pepe Le Pew stanky ass. You want Pepe Le Pew stanky pussy ass. And so you're gonna like remove the mask. And then that's gonna require like a time where you're like dealing with your impulsiveness. And so like in regards to love, I feel like you're not by any means like dry. I feel like there's no dryness in your life, but I also feel like all of this moisture is kind of causing mold in regards to what you actually desire. And until you realize like the external world is a reflection of the internal world, so there's some things going on inside of you that have to be shifted in order for you to attract what you actually desire. Carl Winslow in them. Then you're kind of gonna be wearing this mask. You ain't gonna get Carl Winslow. You gonna get Ninja Turtles. you ain't gonna get Carl Winslow. You gonna get Ninja Turtles. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning it up. If I say something that helps, leave me a like. Your time is a very precious resource, something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you, and I hope I'm saying something that helps. Leave a like. Leave a like. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. So if I'm saying something that helps y'all, double tap that screen. Double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this together. angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message? What is the most important message for the divine collective? What do they need to know at this time? What do they need to know at this time to walk the highest path for the greatest good? Thank you. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up if you haven't already subscribed. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. I just fucking work here. If I do something that helps y'all double tap that screen shit. Somebody needs to be honest about who they are and what the fuck they want. I'm telling you, the bumpy head card that just went back in the deck. Now I'm using a completely different oracle deck. The second card that came out of the last spread was bumpy heads. The first card that came out of this deck is LGBT. Somebody needs to be honest about what it is that they want in life. Because until you're honest about what it is that you want in life, how the fuck you gonna get it? How people gonna give you what you want if they don't even know who you are? How are you gonna attract your tribe if you not being yourself? That don't even make no sense. Give me some more energy. Yeah, you got to let motherfuckers know, listen, this is what it is. It is what it is. It's not what you want it to be. If you like this type of shit, you can come get it over here. If you don't, please find the nearest exit. It's this type of energy that's on this board. And I feel like somebody feels bound, like constricted, like, a straitjacket. Like, I can't say what I want to say. I can't do what I want to do. No, that's a lie. There are choices. Now, you saying what you want to say and you doing what you want to do likely comes with just some type of self-sufficiency and personal independence. And maybe it's, separation from everything you've known and loved all your life. But that's how you find God in you. Kundalini awakening. Something stuck in your throat chakra. It's going to be difficult for you to manifest and materialize what you desire if you're not honest with yourself first. And once you're honest with yourself, why the fuck would you lie to anybody else? Nobody lied to you. Nobody cared when it was your turn. Nobody cared when it was your turn. So let them feel that pressure. Divine timeout, you're being asked to pause and reflect. I think the most powerful path forward for this divine collective is to ask yourself what the fuck you really want. Because you know what I mean? The world will project shit onto you. You were supposed to want to have kids. Oh, you're supposed to want to work in corporate America. Oh, you're supposed to want to drive this fast car. Oh, you're supposed to want to live this reckless life. Oh, you're supposed to want to have this luxury designer couture. If you don't have this house, you ain't shit. And that shit ain't real. That's not real gold. Shit, knowing my children when I walk in there and I know my children in there straight and safe. And they good. They can play their game. Ain't nobody pushing on them, bully on them. They don't gotta worry about share. I know that's gold to me. And it's this type of energy. You gotta be honest with yourself about what is really valuable to you. I mean real currency, not the currency that they project onto you. It could be about a relationship, but it could also be about, they don't push this fucking corporate lifestyle onto me and I can't even breathe. I can't even think. I don't know who I am anymore. They don't push this marriage onto me or this whatever this typical shit is, and it don't make you happy. That's because that's what they will want. You got to be honest with yourself about what you want. Yeah, shit, sometimes there are different people. You just seen the people who, they wear all pink. They said, shit, today I'm wearing all pink. Motherfucker wear all alligator skin, all snake skin, country. From Mississippi, got a Jerry curl, still 2025. That's how he is. That make him happy. You think you gonna come change him? It's this type of energy, but he happy. I mean, you couldn't tell him he ain't the richest person on this planet. And until you find that aspect of yourself, it's gonna be different. You're gonna keep attracting other people's tribes and wonder why you don't fit in. Wearing a fucking mask. Give me some more energy out here. Divine masculine and divine feminine. Sun and the moon card came up earlier. The fucking emperor and the emperor card came up earlier, and then came out fucking one card. Because your ass ain't getting it. It's when you allow your most creative aspect of yourself, your personal feminine energy, to align with your personal masculine energy. I know I can do it, and I know how to fucking get it done. That causes breakthroughs in your life. Somebody going through a Kundalini awakening. That's what this is. That's what the fuck this is. You going through a fucking Kundalini awakening, and something stuck up in this right here, this area right here, because you got to be honest with yourself. And then when you honest with yourself, you ain't gonna lie to nobody fucking else. That's for sure. Emotional, please talk to me, longing, communication. That's why you feel like you're a part of a tribe that you don't fit into. Because you're not, this is not your tribe. This is the tribe that belongs to the person who that mask is you wearing. If you wearing a Barack Obama mask, if you wearing name somebody Michael Myers mask, you in Michael Myers tribe. That's why you're around all them killers. That's what I'm tapped into. World peace. You ain't let nobody see your real self. You ain't with your people. How your people gonna see you when you wear this mask? How are your people going to see you? And you're wearing a fucking mask. That's what's on this board. And then when you be honest with yourself about what it is you want and who it is that you are, and you're gonna attract your people, it's gonna feel like, duh. It's gonna feel like when you do it, you're like, man, what the fuck took me so long to do this? Best friends. Say hello to my best friend. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, oh man, I could have been did this. Man, I should have been did this. That's what this is. But you stuck in some shit. Your creative centers in regards to your whole curated lifestyle is being blocked. Because you're fitting into somebody else's tribe or trying to and wonder why it don't feel right for you. But that motherfucking throat chakra and that creative center gonna open up. You might be an orator, a speaker, a singer, a communicator, a writer, or maybe you write music, whatever it is. Maybe you're a producer, you make music videos, you're a communicator like that, a director, whatever it is like that. You ain't gonna find your people fitting into somebody else's mask. That's what this looks like. So it look like you. God said she will sit down and put it on. You know how your child say, I don't want to wear a jacket today. Or your child might be like, no, I want to wear this big, thick, heavy ass coat. It's 99 degrees outside. You might argue with them for a little bit. You might say, no, it's too hot for that. You don't need to. And say, I want to wear it. You say, okay, fuck it then. Wear it. And that's what it is. It's like God said, okay, see what it feel like to wear the fucking mask then. Since you fucking so insistent about wearing the goddamn mask, wear the mask. But when you take that motherfucker off, you're going to be. maybe you put the mask on for money. Maybe you put the mask on because of what you thought was riches. Or some shit like that. But now you realizing what it really is. That's what I'm tapped into. A fated encounter, 1111, really moving toward more communal, more tribal type of energy. For it is what the fuck it is. It's not what people want it to be. This your fucking tribe. This what you supposed to be. These people gonna have your back even when you fucking wrong. Right? But they gotta see who you really are. They can't see you through that mask. Divine Collective, they can't see you through that mask. Page of Swords energies out here. Some of y'all think monitoring spirit. No, it was something you said. It was something you did. And somebody said, man, is that my people? I see somebody with a book sack on. You see how you hold, I used to hold your book sack like this. You hear somebody listening to a certain song in the hallway. Like, man, is that my people? Is that my people? Not all of these motherfuckers that's watching you is a monitoring spirit. Some of these people trying to see is... They kind of trying to see behind that mask. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. Y'all like that live. Double tap that screen and share the live if I'm saying something to help. I'm trying to see. Is that you? Cletus? Is that you? Is that type of energy? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. Let's get some tarot on this. 848 is the number. You'll find that they seem to cut grass a lot around me. I don't know if we just didn't cut our grass enough, and now that I, live in a different neighborhood, they cut their grass more often and some shit like that. I don't know, but it just feels like the more you join and participate in my life, you'll notice they cut grass a lot. Like, god damn, ain't that much fucking grass in the world. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. A lot about you, like owning your authenticity, expressing your letting your real colors show, letting your true colors show. Being your alien self is gonna attract this money that you've been like wearing these masks for anyway. You know what I mean? Some of you are feeling not only blockages in tribe and community, but you also feeling some type of blockage in your finances. And it's all connected to the same like lie that you're telling yourself. The same lie that you're telling yourself about if you fake it or if you pretend you'll fit into some shit that you was never supposed to fit into. There's other ways for you to manifest and materialize riches. That's what I'm tapped into. And you got to be honest with yourself about what you think riches really is. Because the world will make you feel like it's having a whole lot of money and a whole bunch of fake ass friends around you and going to parties and participating in energy vampire situations that you ain't even want to do. When really your riches looks like you being able to go outside and garden, you being able to sleep in, you being able to be there for your grandmother or be there for your family and help out in the ways that nobody else can because they all got to go to work and da 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 da. It's this type of energy. So your most powerful path forward is to discover what rich for you really is, and then it'll be so much easier for you to manifest. Because it's probably not money, cars, clothes, holes. I mean, of course, being comfortable. Of course, we all want to be comfortable. But that all having all $800 million and all of that shit might not really be your target. Understand what I'm saying? King of Swords energy is out here. Right? Being with your people, being able to protect and provide for your people. This type of energy could be what more like rich is. Rich for you. Three of Wands energy is out here with the Three of Pentacles. And when you frame that, when you create blueprints around that type of riches, it's easy for you to manifest and materialize. It's easier for you to put together. The strength card energy is out here. And, kudos, bonus points, all of the difficult situations and circumstances that you went through, the emotional divine timeout that God put you in, you find that it built a muscle. It builds a muscle inside of you. Give me some more energy out here. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. 3322 angel number. It's 3322 angel number. The Five of Cups. 3 plus 2 is 5, right? 5 of Cups is crying over spilled milk. 5 plus 3 cups is 8 cups. It happened. 333 angel number, right? It happened. It wasn't what you wanted to happen, and you can't change the situation. But it can be a lesson, and that's power. What they say, knowledge is power, is this type of energy. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Strength card. Give me 2 more cards for the collective. Thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. The Hermit card energy is out here because, like, it's like God putting you in a sit down. It's like God wants you to really sit down and time out and think about what you've done. No, think about what you really fucking want. And does it look like what is plastered all over Instagram and plastered all over the news, or is it something unique to you? That's what this feels like. Give me some more energy out here for the Divine Collective Ace of Pentacles. And when you really realize what wealth and riches, abundance looks like for you, oh my God, you'll be able to make the right connections and form the right contracts to build your own, curate your own lifestyle. Not what the world would try to project onto you. Because that shit you might have a whole lot of money. You might have a whole lot of money and still be poor in spirit. You know what the world will offer you. You will have so much fucking money and all of these people at your house all the time. People want to drive your car. People want to do this and want to do that. But you'll feel so lonely, so poor in spirit, so purposeless. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what God got for you. So that's not what God has for you. So sit down. Think about what rich really is for you and then begin to move in that direction. That's going to be your most powerful path forward. Consider how your creative centers are being cut off because of a truth that you refuse to speak. Speak that truth so you can attract your tribe and curate your life. That's how this feels. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I really appreciate your time. Your time is a very precious resource, something that you don't easily get back. So every moment that we exchange with one another, I want you to know that I appreciate you, and I hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's see what's being hidden. Let's tap into what's being hidden before we get into some elemental messages. 3333 angel number up there. Realizations. Stuck in the box there. angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, so we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Because the messages are instilled is because everything else is escapism. If you won't allow yourself to be by yourself, it'd be people who won't allow themselves to be by themselves that wonder why people don't want to be around them. But you won't allow yourself to sit in your own energy and think your own thoughts and feel your own energy. But you ready to get into somebody else and wondering why people running away from you. It's like almost like not smelling your own body odor, but it's energetically, right? Like if I gotta sit with myself in order to, say, okay, let me hop my stupid ass in the shower, right? Let me spray some shit up, right. But energetically, people don't want to do this, and so they don't realize that there's a stench. You know what I'm saying? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. So we should see us walk the highest path for the greatest good. What made the divine? What are they not seeing? What is like hidden in plain sight? What is hidden in plain sight? Spying. Motherfuckers think you don't see them while stalking you on their motherfucking fake ass platforms, or it's like a demon can't wait to show you that they're there. Especially if you're doing so well in transmuting the negative energy into light. Demons don't like to be ignored. The darkness is constantly seeking to aggravate the light. It isn't the other way around, right? And so it's this type of energy where you see them, but so fucking what, right? Like you see them, but they ain't doing shit. It's like dominating your demons, really, really being able to expose them, see them, and then it's like if you see them, you know what to do with it, right? Karma card energy is in reverse. There are people who want to see you. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head, lowered eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops, weakened by my soul for Christ. It's like people who want to see you broken. They want to see you fall victim to lust. They want you to see you, maybe you got a lot of times people be having issues in their past, right? And when people knew you when you was 14, people knew you when you was 16, they knew you when you was 18, they knew you when whatever. They say, oh, I know this motherfucker. You don't know shit. You know a child. You don't know no motherfucking adult, right? So they knew you had an anger issue, or they know you got mouthy, whatever it is. They say, I want to see this person fall victim to that. That's what this is. Some more energy about us hidden in plain sight by the Divine Collective. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. I appreciate your time. If I'm saying something that helps, leave me a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. Rejection card energies out here. Motherfuckers is wanting to see you fall victim to a lot of things. So they watching you to see, like, if it's going to happen, waiting on something incredible to happen. It's people who thought you was going to be despondent because they rejected you, or they haven't rejected you if they still watching you. Duh, stupid bitch. But it's like they feel like if they left you alone, or if they made you feel abandoned, that you would crumble and come begging. They thought that your personal lust, lack of control, compulsion, and impulsive issues would cause you to lose control and be reckless. They thought that those tendencies that they felt like they knew you so well would cause you to kind of be there at their slave. You know what I mean? The borrower, is always slave to the lender, right? They thought that you would always have to come to them because of these types of, rather than saying, hey, do you know that these types of behaviors can put you in bondage? This is likely a family member. This person's like, oh yeah, they're going to always need to come to me because, they talk a lot. They like to fight a lot. All of those things, instead of saying, hey, this shit going to always keep you in the low. That's neither here nor there. You dominated your demons and even have become like a demonstration for others on how to do the same thing, on how to recognize it and dominate. Like your personal power and your personal magnetism is always known. They wanted you to feel rejected, but how the fuck I'm gonna feel rejected by somebody who watched me all the time from a fake ass account and too stupid to know I don't fucking see you, bitch. You sitting up here looking like Barney, I'm sitting up here looking like Baby Bop. We see each other. The fuck is this type of energy? But they expected you to be in some type of bondage, right? In bondage to your demons, but no, I feel like you dominated them. You're not in bondage to them. The same rope that they thought was gonna have you tied up. Look at the energy in the card now. The same rope that they thought was going to have you tied up, you used to tie your demons up. And now you put them to work when you need to. So if you're going to be impulsive, you're going to be impulsive about your money. If you're going to be compulsive, you're going to be compulsive about keeping your house clean, right? You might just wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go clean the bathroom or some shit. I don't know. It's this type of energy. So all of the demons that they thought was going to have you as a slave to them, in bondage to them, you got tied up. That's every fucking magic spell that they sent to you. That they said, oh yeah, this is gonna do it. This is gonna do it for the divine collective. This is gonna do it. Shit. That shit made you grow. That shit made you grow. It was exactly what you needed to say. Oh, this is what they think gonna cause me to fall. This is what they think gonna cause me to fall. Likely if they had situations and circumstances like this in past life. You say, I already know how to tie that up. I already know how to tie that up. Some of you even know how to make your own rope. Y'all be growing bamboo and shit, fibers and all kind of shit. You out there in nature. Yeah, you out there in the woods. They couldn't see. They couldn't tie your brain up. They couldn't have you in a mental fog, and they couldn't tie your hands up. They couldn't have your body like where, they tried to tie up your sacral chakra, that orange card. They wanted you to be overly lustful or something like that. You know what I mean? Or tie up your creative centers. It's this type of energy. You took the tie and put some lights on that bitch. Pinterest board. You took the string, they gave you some strings. Oh, I can put some lights on this and put it in a jar and make it look like a jar of fairies and then use it to decorate my table. Oh, I see something like that on my Pinterest board. You say, oh, let me. You done did some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shit. The same shit that they try to tie you up with, you use for decoration, bitch. Ain't got nothing. It was all about perspective. You got an eye, You got an eye. There's what else finna have you tied up. You say, bitch, I seen this on Pinterest. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, what's hidden in plain sight is they watching you to see if their rejection didn't work, to see if their spells to make you more lustful, to make you more vengeful, to block your creative centers, to put you in a place of confusion, right? Based on what they knew about you from who you was when you was 12 or what they knew about you from a past life. They watching you to see if that worked. Duh, you already know that. And they want you to be in bondage, They want you to be in bondage, but it's like there's this lack, they're disconnected from the fact that watching you every day, typing your name in the browser on the browser on every app, they're in the same bondage that they want for you. They don't even, it's like they too disconnected from reality to realize it. You can't even enjoy your scrolling on your doom scrolling like everybody else doom scrolling because you too busy worried about what the divine collective do. The same tie that they have, the hole that they dug for you, they stuck in that bitch and they don't even realize it. Ain't that nothing? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. You know what I'm saying? You say you don't like something. That's like saying you don't like coleslaw and eating it every day. Bitch, you say you don't like something. What the fuck is you still over here for? You like it. you like coleslaw. Just admit it. Just admit it. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and we should see us what the highest path I hear for the greatest good. Oh, I don't like it. It's salty. Instead of tasting it. It got a crazy texture. Oh, whose recipe is that? Like, bro, you like it. You steady eating it. You fucking like that shit. The Hermit card energy is in reverse. Like I said, they wanted you to be, you supposed to be begging somebody. Please let me be your friend. The fuck we grown. See, that's what I'm saying. The same stuff that they wanted you to be stuck in, the mentality almost, is the one that they trapped in. Like, we're grown, bro. Everybody has their own lives. If I see you sometimes, cool. Hang out, have some drinks. If I don't, I hope you living your life to the highest, right? None of that, they can't help but to think, how are they doing without me? Did this spell work? Did that spell work? Did this other spell work? That's all they can think about. That's all they can think about. They can't do nothing else in their life. But that's what they wanted for you and shit every time they look. I'm going to the bookstore today. I think today I might get me a little ice cream cone. I think I might take the kids to the beach today. Every time they look over there, your Pinterest board coming to life. Your mood board is close. You closer and closer to this vision that you had that they try to tie up. Give me some more energy out of the collective. I like this energy because it feels real. Like, told you, bitch. I hate to say I told you so. Queen of Pentacles energies in reverse. There's this like wanting you to not have enough money to be able to take care of. Like, again, they want you begging. They want you in a situation and circumstances. The Magician card energies have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, where you have to come to them. You know, the Lover's card energies in reverse. When you're in a situation where you feel like you don't have the things that you need, you don't have enough, you go to God. The Lover's card. When you feel like you're in a situation where you don't have what you need, you ain't going to them. What the fuck are they gonna do? Who the fuck are they? Superman? Samuel or some shit like that? David? No, you go to God. What the fuck they gonna do for you? And going to God has been working for you ever since they first tried to make you feel lonely and exiled. So at this point, you know where to go to get the answers that you need if you was in a position to where your money wasn't right or your mind wasn't right or whatever wasn't right. You still wouldn't go to them. That's the trippy part. The gag is if you need something and you need it on the fly, you're not going to them. You're going to God. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. Always someone said something else, so they wait for something. They waiting for something that wouldn't happen, even if it did happen. Even if it does happen, they wouldn't know. Because they think if you get down bad or you get in a situation where you need something, you're going to go to them. Who the fuck they think they is? Every time you was ever in a situation, you might be in a situation right now when you need something. You're not going to them. You go to God. Who the fuck thought they got life and bullshit confused? It's cute. Because you got a big ego. Da-ba-da-ba. Such a big ego. Ba-da-ba-da. The fuck? Why? Why would I go to you? You over there struggling. See, you over there typing on TikTok, worried about what the next person doing. Why would I go to you? Stupid. Girl, people is trippy. People be real people, you know? People be real people. We finna do the elements. Fire, water, earth, air. How about that? Fire, water, earth, air. In that order. If you're in here and you Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, or you know how to do that astrological thing that you do, tap into the chat. Leave me a comment. Let me know if these messages have been resonating for you. Hey, Shay. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up today on this Good Friday. Roxy Fox. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. I'm grateful for you. Welcome, Amy. I see you out there in the chat. Big Air Energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It ain't your turn yet. No fire sign. Nobody. Okay, Amy, your fire sign. Amy got Aries in her chart. Amy, what you think? Thank you for tapping in. A goddess named Enfrey. Enfrey. A lot of air signs tapping in, tuning in, and turning up today. Save the best for last, they say. So one fire sign. Amy. Okay, Amy, I guess this for you then, shit. Okay, Amy. I guess this for you then, shit. I think I'm going to use as the Oracle deck to complement these readings. I think I'm going to use What Lies Beneath. What Lies Beneath. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Leo, okay, Sagittarius. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the most important message for the fire babies? What do they need to know most to walk the highest path for the greatest good? Investigating. Y'all got a lot of motherfuckers all in y'all business. God damn. What is they investigating? Why is they investigating? Give me more. What's hidden? I just did a reading. Well, what's it's like hidden but not hidden, right? What's in plain is hidden in plain sight. The spies card came up, a monitoring spirits or something like that, investigating similar energy, burning evidence. Ugh. You know, this, let me tell you something, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Damage control created a lot of damage. That's what this is, because somebody wanted to stop you from saying something about them. But I don't think you ever had plans to say anything about them. But they was like, before they say something, I'm going to say something. So they started this narrative, which caused people to be curious. And the truth is being told, right? So the damage control is causing damage. Because if they never would have said anything, right, then nothing ever would have been said. They thought you was going to say something, right? Because they know if the shoe was on the other foot, birth to confirmation, excuse me, that they would be, ready to defend themselves. They know they betrayed you. They know they deserve to be, held accountable to their actions, right? But they want to be able to hide it. They want to be able to hide behind closed doors. Well, like I said, them trying to do damage control caused more damage than their betrayal. This is somebody who fucked over you. You know what I mean? They fucked over you. And they want to not be held accountable for their actions and to try to victimize you is the word that I want to use. To criminalize is probably a better word. Game over. No, and so the only thing they did was brought attention to a situation or circumstance, made people start seeking evidence that nobody would have knew about if they was caught. They got motherfucking caught up. I'm so caught up. Got me feeling it. Private relationship in reverse. So nobody would never looked into any situation or circumstance involving the entire narrative had they not began to try to do some damage control, and the damage control involved ruining your reputation, right? Ruin the way people perceived you, ruin what people thought about you. But the more people looked into it, they was looking and they saw the truth. Fuck you, them, no matter what. They people just knows it and want to know what the truth is. The magician card energies out here. But it's like you might have fit the bill. This is in tall and black or some shit like that. Like that could be anybody, right? Like you fit the narrative, right? Oh, I'm a gang member, whatever it is like that. Like they tried to stereotype you. Shit, got their own self caught up in some shit, and you haven't said a word, and you still ain't said nothing. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, and witches, seers, walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. A lot of the monitoring spirits that's happening in your energy. It's because someone tried to do damage control. They tried to do damage control and ruin your reputation. They just made people do an investigation. Some of these monitoring spirits are just trying to find out the truth. You know what I mean? And they discovering the truth the more they investigate. This other person started a fire and tried to blame you because of your phenotype, how you look, or you fit the bill. Is it because I'm young, black, and wealthy or some shit like that? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like something about stealing money, taking money. Or being the type of person that would do some type of shit like that. You could also have a past. Like, let's say, you know what I'm saying? You have issues with your mother. Let's say you've gotten arrested for assault. Then it's like somebody trying to say, oh, they did it because they went to jail for assault. That type of energy that's on this board, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, heavy on the energy of somebody that feels like a cousin or a sibling or some shit like that. Two of Wands energy is in reverse. When really the entire time it was them that did the thing that deserved some type of justice, right? But good that they brought it up. Good that they said whatever the fuck they said, because it made people do an investigation. And, spiritual justice is being upheld. That's what this looks like. King of Cups energy is out here. And despite what narrative people want to try to spew about you in regards to how you dress or whatever you do, maybe you smoke a little weed or drink on the weekends, you go like to party, whatever it is like that. That don't mean that you did what they said they wanted to accuse you of. And people are finding out judgment card. People are finding out who really did it, because they try to accuse you of all of these depraved things, but it's them that's really doing it, right? It's them that's really in the alleyways in the middle of the night. Like, you might like smoke your little weed, but they over there doing that, doing more serious things, like, and trying to accuse you or project the spotlight onto you to keep people away from what they're doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm tapped into. Nine of Swords energy is out here. They want to say you broke. They on Skid Row. They want to say they want to talk about the fact that you smoke. They on fentanyl. You get what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. Wheel of Fortune energy is out with the Hermit card. You mind your business, and anything that you do, you can afford to do it, and it don't cause harm to nobody. Hermit card, Wheel of Fortune. They out there in them streets doing all kind of dangerous things. It's that type of energy. The Star card. You at the bar because you finna do some poetry. They at the bar because they trying to pick up. Never mind. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. It's just different. It's different. It's just not the same. So people are finding out the truth. People through their investigations, which I'm sure feels like intrusive. They finding out the truth. So good, you ain't got nothing to hide. It very much felt like the older sister, cousin, it could be a aunt that's around your age. That type of energy. My mama know your mama. So we happen to be quote unquote friends, but we're not really friendly. All praise to the Most High. You might have fire in your chart. You should get your chart done. Get your chart done. And find out where you got fire in your chart. What house is in. What is it? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. What house it rules. You probably have 3 fire signs in your wheel. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and they cover a house. They might be over other people's, how other people, whatever it is, and you will see how that reading was, connected to your life in some way. We all got a little fire in us. And we all got some red. Oh, yeah. But not everybody, most people just know sun, moon, rising. So, it be like that. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's really all the women in your family. That's a spirit. Now, see, that's an example of a generational curse. And that's spiritual warfare. You're not dealing with evil person who, a person who's, just exhibiting a low vibrational. You're dealing with a spiritual type of warfare over your bloodline, So that's different. But it's not different, but it's like it requires, it's a larger fight. And the victory, benefits not just you, and it benefits your entire bloodline. But you got to pick up on shit like that. Like, oh, okay, it's all the women in your family. Oh, okay. Now you're dealing with spiritual warfare. Okay, what's the name of the spirit? What the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy? What is this spirit trying to destroy? The divine feminine. And then looking into that, you can discover what spirit it is and begin to specifically work against that type of energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What's being hidden? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What's being hidden? Thank you. Divorce. Somebody like quiet quitting. They backing out of a contract. It's Page of Cups energy, because I'm sorry, 2004, what they promised they was gonna do, they can't hold up to their end of the bargain. Somebody cannot hold up to the contract that they made. Somebody want to cut ties. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to be held accountable. Maybe they feel like they can't hold the pressure. Like I said, it feel like Page Cuts energy where I made some promises that I can't keep. And I never make a promise that I can't keep. That ain't me. You told me what you wanted. I gave you what you need. You told me that I love you. Sorry. Make it good for you and me, but I'll never make a promise that I can't keep. That ain't me. Somebody made a promise they can't keep, baby. Ooh. Ooh. Baby. I'm sorry. Destroy. on some Keith Sweat, I'm telling you, this Page of Cups energy. Baby, I'm begging, baby. Baby, I'm begging, baby. The issue is that if you choose to make amends and restore bonds in this contract, then you sign it up for less than what you deserve. And that's where the problem lies. Their heart could be pure, their intentions could be sweet, but is it good enough? You can't go into Mac. You can't send your little 3-year-old cute niece, baby niece into Mac and say, give them the eyes. Tell them you only got $50. Tell them to give you that Mac desktop. They gonna say, baby, you cute, but you can't get this. Go home and tell your mama you need about $2,200 more, and then we probably could talk about that. Could cover the taxes. That 50 could cover the taxes, okay? So it's that type of energy where you're thinking of accepting less than what you deserve for who you are or what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? You're putting yourself in a very masculine energy, solely responsible for everything. And I don't know if that was the initial agreement that you signed up for. It's obviously not, because they're like, somebody ain't gonna be able to do it. And I think that sometimes the kindest thing someone can do for you is, say, I don't know. Like you see the people who, go get their hair done. They go get their hair done and that person just played in their head because that person should have just told them, you know what, I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? But that person ain't say, I can't do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. And they played in their motherfucking head. And that person probably wish they would have just said that you couldn't do it. It's this type of energy. This person telling you or showing you or exhibiting that they just can't fucking do it. That's the kindest thing anybody could fucking do for you. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I wish to see us walk the highest path I need for the good. It's the most important message for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What does Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces need to know us to walk the highest path for the greatest good? Baby. Like, get your ass back. Move. Move. Stop. I'm not playing. Get back. Don't touch me. Move. With all of that. Baby. Stop. Go sit down. Let me think. Let me think. It was. Baby, who? Wait a minute. I'm Mariah Carey. This motherfucker over here keeps sweat. You know what I'm saying? Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon. She ain't think about it twice, bitch. Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon. I'm sorry. Okay. Baby. Bob Saget ass. Not Bob Saget. Why, Spirit? I'm trying to take shit serious. You always tell me to take stuff seriously, and you gonna put on a word. I told you what you wanted. No, it's up to you. This is somebody who will always be sweet. They will always be captivating. They'll always be charismatic. But they'll never be able to give you exactly what you deserve. They'll never be able to meet that booking fee, baby. You hold Mariah Carey, baby. How much it is? 25K for a booking fee, and him motherfucker coming at you with 2K. Oh my God! But he cute though. Look, look at Brad Pitt ass. But they cute though, or they attractive though, or sweet though, or it got big eyes, or whatever the fuck that shit is. The world card, you know, just out here with the Queen of Swords. Look at Judge Judy. Does it make sense? I'd like, show papers. Show me the motherfucking paperwork. Then I want to see it then. I don't believe it. So you're saying that you're going to be able to do this, and this all by the 28th of every month. I don't believe it. Show me the paperwork. Is this type of energy? Nine swords. And so, listen, something is cute, something is adorable, but it's not going to be able to hold up its end of the bargain. The kindest thing that it can do for you or that you can do for it is shit. You know what? I don't think you're going to be able to really give me what I want. I'm going to go ahead and let you go find somebody who matches you. Right? They look better over there. They look better over there. Let them go. That's what's on this board. Queen of Pentacles energy is out here with the Three of Swords. Baby, they look better over there. That's what he deserves. That's what she deserves. That's what they need. That's the type of life that's suitable to them. Okay, let them have that life and go get what you need. Go get what God got for you. Go ride on the magic school bus. They not equipped. You get what I'm saying? They not equipped to ride on these motherfucking magic school bus. So let them go to a regular elementary school. You going to Miss Frizzle. You understand what I'm saying? It's this type of energy. Page Pinnacle, you go to Hogwarts. You go to Hogwarts, Harry. They go to Claiborne Elementary. Let them go to their regular ass school, baby. This is what I'm tapping into. And the best thing that they could do for you is say, you know what, I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified to sit in this position. The best thing you could do for them, if the shoe is on the other foot, it might seem mean. People could say you hardy or whatever it is like that. But the best thing you could do for them is say, you ain't gonna be able to, don't, you know what, never mind. You ain't gonna be able to really do it. Don't worry about it. Thank you. It's this type of energy. So you ever been on the phone with the customer service representative? You say, let me get off the phone with this lady. I'm going to call back. You say yourself the trouble. You saved them the trouble. You know what? I can already tell by how you... Yeah, let me try this again. See if I can get a more equitable match. You know what I'm saying? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share. It's cute, though. It is cute. I get why you will be tempted by it. And maybe it can sing. Maybe it be begging. You know? But it ain't gonna be good enough. It ain't gonna work. You can't go into Mac with $50 and walk out with a desktop. They can't come to you with that bullshit and get everything that you got. It's that simple. It's really, really easy. Don't make it harder than it gotta be. Okay? I love you so much. I am so grateful for your time, your energy, and love and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up my attention. Or to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in if I'm saying something that helps. Y'all like the live. Share this live to somebody who needs this type of shit. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Is that a bugaboo? A bugging what you bugging who? You bugging me and don't you see it ain't cool? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. 4th of July may be significant. Recently, we had an Independence Day, Juneteenth, for some of us, whatever your preference is, between June and July. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm so grateful for you tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in if I'm saying something that helps. Y'all, double tap that screen, share the live with somebody who likes this type of shit, right? Something happened over like the recent, maybe June, July. Don't want to hear it. Love story. Once upon a time. You got to listen to what somebody's saying. If you listen to what somebody is saying, they'll tell you exactly what they intend for you, but it feels like it's something that you don't want to hear. It's like somebody who can't shut up about their ex. I don't care if they talking bad about their ex or they talking good about they keep romanticizing, if you will, like it's a romance novel or a situation or circumstances that does not involve you, whether it's their past or their future. But I feel like you don't want to hear it, but I feel like you really need to listen. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you might not want to hear what the motherfucker saying, but you really need to listen because it's telling you everything you motherfucking need to know. You got to hear what a motherfucker say, even if they wrong. If you hear what a motherfucker say, they telling you where their loyalties lie. Now I feel like it's not what you want to hear. Can I say that? But they telling you where their loyalties lie, and you can skip a whole bunch of bullshit. Can we skip to the good part? You can skip a whole bunch of bullshit if you hear what the fuck they saying. That's what I'm tapped into. They telling you already where their loyalties lie. They tell you I'm gonna keep this motherfucking promise. I promised them this. I promised them that. They said this. They said that. They might be sounding angry. They may be sounding like they're complaining. They may be sounding like they only doing it for their kids or whatever. They telling you where their heart lie though. You might not want to hear it, but your most powerful path forward is to listen. Because this person telling you right before they do exactly what they planning to do. Like if you listening to them, it's like on Major Pain when he say, I'm gonna take the left side of my foot and put it across the right side of your face. And then that man was like, well, come on then. And he punched him in the throat. He said, I thought you said you was going to take the left side of your foot. And then he did it. It's this type of energy. Motherfucker telling you exactly what they're about to do to you. They telling you how they about to do it. And they telling you a person they did it to before they did it to you. You better pay attention. You better wake up and pay attention. 929 angel number. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we can see as well. The highest path out here for the greatest good. We got Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, needing to listen. I did. 929 angel number. If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Because I'm telling you, somebody, they'll say something like, man, we're going to end up, they include you in their bullshit. We're going to end up, man, if we don't do this, then we're going to, not we, bitch, all of a sudden you speaking French. No, you motherfucker is this type of energy. King of Pentacles energy is out here. They telling you the exact plans that they plan to take you from whatever level that you had in life and bring you down to their level. This is what I'm tapped into. They not planning on lifting you up. The World card energy is out here, the King of Pentacles. And if you listen to what's being said, it could also be like sometimes people communicate things to you through what they do. If you listen to what's being communicated, you can save yourself a trip. King of Pentacles energies out of the World card. You could save yourself a trip. You would have to go through all of that bullshit. The Seven of Swords energy is out here. Look at this man on the train. Or this person is commuting about their days. This type of energy. Seven of Swords with the Ten of Swords. That's 17. That's 8 swords. Like damn, I knew it. Look at this man. He done traveled all around the world to go meet somebody. They stood him up. He said, fuck, I knew this was too good to be true. Is this type of energy. They telling you exactly what the fuck it is. But are you listening? The Six of Swords energy is out here because there's a better way to go. Then the King of Pentacles energy is out here. And there's something about resources that's involved here. King of Pentacles with the Six of Swords, the World card energy is out here. And so your most powerful path, it's like sometimes we think Seven of Cups energy is what it is, right? You will think, this is possible. This is possible. You'll say something like, well, if my mama put me out, I could live with my friend. That's a possibility. You don't know that your friend gonna let you live with them. Oh, if this bad thing happens, then this you going off of hypotheticals. And in this case, this is very, very similar energy, but at the opposite end of the spectrum where you might be thinking, oh, they just playing. They'll never do that. They only say that when they get angry, but they telling you exactly what the fuck they planning on doing. This is what I'm tapped into. And you can save yourself a trip. Baby, you could staycation that shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's also something about coming through this message that's like has to do with like traveling, like, you know what I'm saying? Save yourself some time. Save yourself some energy. Save yourself some resources. Save your fucking frequent flyer miles. It's this type of energy that's on this board. The Page of Wands energy is out here. But heavy on somebody expecting you to go outside of your comfort zone. And planning to betray you when they get you outside of your comfort zone. This is what I'm tapped into. Ace of Wands energy is out with the Nine of Pentacles when that time, that energy, and those resources could be better used. Especially if all you had to do was listen to what this person was telling you they was planning on doing. Temperance angel energy is out here. Maybe you don't want to hear it. Maybe a lot about what you have to be responsible to when you listen to what they're saying. Higher for energy, like, okay, if I hear what they're saying, that means I gotta make some moves and I gotta make some moves quickly. And I gotta be responsible for that. Maybe like fuck, you trying to ride some shit out, but you better listen to what this motherfucker is saying so you can avoid some type of uncomfortable trip. Maybe even being stranded. That's what this feels like. Seven of Wands energy is out here, right? A message that's been coming through this whole week for the collective have to do with like a Bugs Bunny type of energy where a person thought they caught you and they wind up getting caught up. Get what I'm saying? But it's just about listening to what somebody expects you to put trust in and then being able to stand on your own feet. That's how this feels. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I appreciate your time. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. My intentions are to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. I do that by helping others to overcome the pitfalls that I've landed in. So if I'm saying something that helps, y'all double tap that screen and share the live so we can share this love. And I'm grateful for you. I appreciate your energy. Leave me a like. Thank you so much. Okay, 36 likes. We growing. We growing my little hang time. My motherfuckers start growing their braids and they get a little hang time. That's how I feel right now. Shout out to my 37 likes. 3737 angel number. Don't forget to count like the small steps. Don't forget to count the small wins. Don't forget to count the little victories. That shit add up. You better wake up and pay attention. Save the best for last, face ass. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let me know if you're in there in the chat. What y'all doing? I guess on this application, you guys y'all probably like walking around your house. Because I know when I'm watching YouTube, I'm walking around my house cleaning up. I have YouTube on in the background like a podcast. I don't know. Just let it grow as it grows. No expectations. Lower expectations. What's hidden? Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Save the best for last, they says. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Consistency is key. Count the small wins. Let's see what's coming out. You usually have it on your TV, exactly. I usually have it on my TV as well. And I am cleaning, I'm mopping, I am wiping windows, spraying down furniture, whatever I'm doing. So I get it. Thank God for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. Anyway. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. What's being hidden? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good, total drama or action. People that say they don't like you, will like you a lot. A lot of energy that's been coming through for the collective today has got to do with these monitoring spirit, people watching you that don't think you, on some hidden TV show, camera, prank, or real world type of energy, like you're being watched. You know what I mean? And if you decided, hey, I'm about to give y'all a show, then motherfuckers is tuned in. Believe that, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, envy. Ugh. Envy. Beware of envy. Beware of evil eye. Beware of people wanting things. People don't look at themselves enough, I feel. You know what I mean? Because a motherfucker look at you and see what you have or perceive rather than see. Because it's hard to just look at somebody on the screen and see into their energy, right? But people will perceive what you have and then get some type of envy around it instead of just being grateful. It's so intangible what people are envious of. It's so intangible, And people like to box and categorize. So they'll take some magnetism, this personal magnetism that you have, and they'll categorize it into, oh, you're so smart. Oh, you're so entrepreneurial. You're so this or that, whatever words they use, right? But it's a personal magnetism that you develop within yourself, and it's intangible. And each of us has this capacity, and people refuse to see it in themselves. You got to be careful with that. Jealousy is a motherfucker. Trash energy. Jealousy is a motherfucker because people be having psychotic episodes and people be living in a different universe in their mind. So they're consuming you and they have this in their mind, it's a back and forth going on, but you're in a completely different dimension than them. So you aren't even aware of their existence, but in their universe, you're arch enemy even, arch enemy or some shit like that. Is this how already knowing the tea. And then people come to you and they pretend like they don't know you or they're meeting you for the first time, or maybe they pretend like they're supporting you, da 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 da, but really they're looking for the foothold that the devil will use to kick in your whole life. Shit. They looking for any little thing. Looking for any little thing that they can use to say, see, I told you. So be very selective. You don't have to receive everything that's offered. People offering you a lot of things. Physical things are energetic cords. I always think about how they give you so many, like, if you go to a restaurant and they give you, like, and you get takeout, and they give you, like, all of this, like, forks, and you're like, why are you giving me all of this? And maybe you have a drawer at home or a Ziploc bag at home, and it's like, you got a bag, a box full of bags or some shit like that. It's like all of these things have energetic cords, and man, these people are trying to tie you up. You know, like, declutter. Get rid of that shit. You don't need that shit. If you go to a restaurant and you want some barbecue sauce, they'll give you some barbecue sauce. You don't have to keep the barbecue sauce. You know, if you like the way it tastes, then you can keep some just in case you like order from a different place and they don't have that barbecue sauce. But to allow all of these things to take up so much space in your life and like spiritually be aware that there are energetic cords attached to them isn't like a wise thing to do. Because heaven don't try to tie you up. Motherfuckers be jealous, bro. And who knows who can quell a jealous spirit? It's in the Bible. Even in the Bible, 939 angel number, it says who can go before a jealous spirit with this type of energy. This could also be like with these cameras and shit like that. You know how like on Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives or whatever, they curate, like they make the mess, they make the bullshit. It's this type of energy. You know, like you picking and choosing certain parts of some shit that you want to elaborate on rather than looking at the whole situation. You know how this is resonating for you. Nine of Cups energy is in reverse, bro. Somebody's trying to poke a hole in your life, poke a hole in your lifestyle, poke a hole in what you do. Queen of Cups energy is after Nine of Cups. That's 10 of Cups. Shit, poke away. Have you know somebody trying to get a peek hole into what your life really is? They really, really want to say that it isn't what it is, but they can't stop watching. They cannot stop watching. Three of Cups energy is out here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy showing up a lot for you, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. The Five of Pentacles. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is somebody who feels entitled to your energy. You know what I mean? They feel like, well, if you should be on, I should be on. If you got money, you should be sharing it with me. If you got more time, you should be telling me you should be using that time to help me. It's this type of energy. It's somebody who feels entitled to you. It could be somebody that you once had an emotional relationship with, but since have severed the ties. They feel like the Fool card energy is like the 9 of Wands, right? 9 angel number. That since maybe they didn't think that it was going to be like a permanent sever. Like, you know, this is somebody who wants to be back and forth in your life. At the same time, they're toxic, bro. They toxic as fuck. The Magician card energy out here. At the same time, they toxic as fuck. 9 angel number. They want to poke a hole in what your personal fulfillment is, what makes you happy. They don't want to believe that you're actually self-sustaining and self-sufficient. If you are self-sustaining and self-sufficient, they feel entitled to your money and your time. And like if you got extra money, they feel like they should be getting it. Or if you don't have extra money, you have the extra time to help them get more money. It's this type of energy. The Two of Pentacles energy is out here. When the cords were cut, when ties were severed, when y'all went y'all separate ways, right? They thought that it'd be a year, 2 years, 4 years, because this maybe feels like a pattern, right? They thought it'd be a year, 2 years, 4 years, 6 months, whatever. Then they be right back in your energy. Shit, not this time. Not this motherfucking time. Empress energy is out here, right? And so now the only thing they can do from a distance is watch and try to, like you try to watch TV or watch somebody post on social media, like you watch celebrities or whatever it is like that, and try to figure out what they got going on in their life. Oh, I think it's a relationship that's just for publicity. Oh, I think he really love her. Oh my God, I can't believe he cheated on her. He said, what? You don't know them fucking people, and these people don't fucking know you. But they sure watch you, bro. When I tell you they watch you more than they watch TV. You heard me? They don't have no favorite TV star. If somebody asks them, you know how you scroll on your FYP and say, this thing has to be named after the last thing you watched. They will have to name that shit after you. That's how much they watch you. The star card energy. Look at this. Ain't the ones energy is on here. The motherfucker blinded by the light. Motherfucker blinded by the light. Not an angel number, the high priestess, and you just doing what you do in your divine feminine energy, continuing to create and curate what God has called you to create and curate. And somebody is, like I said, jealous of some type of personal magnetism. Personal magnetism that they can't copy. They can't copy because it's not tangible. They try to make it seem like it's how smart you are, how many words you know. They try to make it seem like it's how you look or whatever. It's where you from. It's your accent. It's something that they can create. It's something that they can copy. It's not something that they can copy. That's why no matter how much they try to copy, they can't quite recreate what you are. That's what I'm tapped into. It's not none of that shit. Stupid. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I am so grateful for you. Each and every one of you. I appreciate your time, your energy, your love and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. And until we meet again, be powerful on purpose. Wholeness. Infinite waters flowing through you.